Test. One. Test.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, what?
You were late the first 2 times.
Buddy, maybe I was.
No.
That was so long ago.
I know.
Who
That's
even
my whole
knows now?
point. My whole point is, and I would grill you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, you're so late. And then I'd come up with a rule.
Yeah.
And I've been late for every time after that. It's
That's
crazy.
right. You've been late every time, and we had that rule where we would start without the other, right?
Right.
The reality is I guess I really should have taken initiative and done it on my own. And just like let you waltz in
But
and show everyone how late you were today.
Yeah, because it would have been 30 minutes.
And you know what?
30
You know what's
minutes.
funny about this? And it kind of will all tie together because this podcast has kind of a theme in the
Right.
background. Is if we were dating right now,
Yeah.
I'd be livid with you. But the thing is, because you've done it in the past, you'd have been like, no, it's not that big a deal. It's not a big deal.
I'm actually the one who should be livid.
That exactly.
You were late, and I approached Mitch about just starting, and he was like horrified. He wanted nothing to do with me.
You know what?
That's not entirely true. I would have let Jeff. I would have 100% let Jeff do it.
Well, if we got any feedback from our fans, Jeff, they do like you more than me, so you probably would have been good.
You know,
just to
I was
start.
just being a bitch, right?
And he likes, and they like him more than me as well. So what does that say? You know what that means? Less is more. It's like when Jeff actually jumps in and says something, it's got merit. It's got
Jeff might actually have the intellectual property rights to real locker
I
room
think he
talk,
does.
right? He's like, guys, it's over.
He's like, your trademark, it expired. I picked it up. It's not a big deal.
Well, not all bad things came from it. I mean, I didn't show up empty-handed.
No, you didn't. Well, mind you, you were going to unless we told you to.
Right.
Do that. Right.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
Penalty is beer, and that's what Dimitri has brought into the
And I
locker
brought
room
in
today.
6 beautifully cold,
refreshing,
perfect, refreshing Mythos lager.
which we will be both drinking only a few months from now.
This is the first time I've had Mythos, and I just want to say thank you. It's delicious and very Greek, I hear.
Yes.
It's the best thing the Greeks have come up with since the debt crisis.
Yeah.
Actually,
And then prior to that, we had a huge lull.
Yeah, I know.
The Acropolis, and then a big
yeah, when
lull,
Alexander, the Acropolis, Mythos beer. That's about it.
and there it is. Podcast 38 starts late.
Well, I'll tell you how good 38 is.
Yeah.
If you get 8 and 3 in blackjack,
Right.
you double down on that.
You double down.
So if there's ever a show to double down and listen in on, it's 38.
Well played. I guarantee you thought of that in the car as
No.
you drove. That's all right there.
I swear to God, I just thought of it.
That is
right
you,
on the
you, sir. And this is why I can't do the podcast without you. I need that fast, quick wit. I need it. Boom.
Thank you.
Now, quick thing.
Yeah.
So the other day, it's been a little lull. There's a huge lull right now in sports.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge lull. And the
let's
reality
face it.
is I'm finding myself watching TV a little bit more often. I'm outside mowing the lawn, but I need to occupy my time at night. The other day, I'm flipping through the channels. What do I run into? A new Fox show called what's it called? I wrote down here. The Proposal. Have you seen this show?
No.
Basically, here's the overall.
What is it, a
view.
Bachelor show?
It's what it is the contestant is behind a wall. You can't see them.
Okay.
Then if it's a male, the women are coming out. They're dressing up. It's kind of like a
Is that like dating game?
kind of.
Okay.
And they're asked questions and they're doing a fashion show. And then at the end, the person chooses and says, "I want to marry this person." Gets down on one knee, marries the person. Boom, right there. Okay. So everybody in the crowd is going crazy. Oh my God, blah, blah. I can't believe they would do it. A little FYI to everyone, and especially in North America where there's so many immigrants, the proposal is basically circa Greece 1960, 70, 50s. Like, this is called arranged marriages in other countries, you guys. Like, I thought it was hilarious.
Have regressed. Yeah, I was going to say the Saudis are looking at this and they're like, dude,
They're like, I don't get
nothing
it.
new. Why is this getting ratings?
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
I don't know what's...
Well, because their parents didn't arrange it.
But it's
So
the funny part,
Jeff again with the good point.
Funny you bring that up, Jeff. The young lady that got proposed to goes, I can't accept. So she went through the whole gauntlet. Then at the end, the guy gets down on one knee, gives her a ring, and she goes, I can't marry you until my dad says it's okay. The guy sitting in the stands, he okays it.
Father of the Year
Father
award
of the
right
Year, ladies
there.
and gentlemen, right
That's
there.
awesome.
I don't know how much merit. I want a Greek and Italian, an East Indian, a China, like anybody that's been in the arranged marriage kind of circle.
Yes.
I want them all sitting together to watch this, and then either A, they're all going to laugh hysterically or cry. They're like, what they just went through was more than what they got because all the rest of them just met like the day of. You know what I mean?
That's insane to me.
Yeah,
it's a new. It's got to be
hilarious.
A new show.
I
haven't heard it before.
I don't even know if it's gonna keep going. I just happened to run across the episode and I was just all over it. Like it was like a bad car accident. I didn't want to watch it, but I had to see what was going on.
It brings me to this.
Yeah.
Screw the North American version.
Right.
I want to see like Pakistani. What'd you say the show was called?
The Proposal.
The Proposal. I want to see the Pakistani proposal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where chickens and goats are involved and livestock.
Dude,
and,
we did that
yeah,
too.
we did that as well. But you know, because
We
they're
gave
still doing it
itchy
there.
blankets. We were giving the itchy blankets out and stuff, right?
That's amazing.
Well, you know, the other thing I thought of as you were late coming, right? And there was no Derek, there was no Cal, there's me and Jeff. That was the most Jeff and I have ever hung out, ever.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it, Jeff. Just a little FYI. I may be coming earlier.
You cheered me up a lot, actually. That's
Hey,
pretty down.
I'm here for you. You know I'm here for you, buddy. You know I'm
I
here.
just show up late more
but
often.
But this is
No,
what
I'm
it
just
brings me
kidding. I'm
down
just
to
kidding.
is that, you know, it's summertime. There's not a lot going on. There's World Cup going on.
If it wasn't for the World Cup, it'd be slim pickings.
I think this. I have to say, I think this podcast is going to change into something else. Come
It could
summer
morph.
times.
There are less pickings than 2:30 a.m. at the bar.
Oh yeah, good point.
You know,
Very good point.
that's what sports is like.
That's
right
what sports is like right now.
Yeah.
How's that beer sponsorship coming along?
Yeah, we're working on that. It's not working the way we thought.
It's not
it
where
was
you
gonna.
are.
It's not,
We're going to go on holidays pretty quick and this, but it'll get there. It'll get there.
But because exactly of that lull, so you and I talked the other day, and
Yeah.
we said, you know what? Everyone does the year in review at the end.
New Year's.
You know, like New Year's. Like, oh, blah. But when you think about it, you got hockey, you got basketball, and football are all like really kind of in the middle of their season.
Yeah, exactly.
So we
So
said,
why are we reviewing then?
Exactly. Why don't we do a year in review now?
Makes Mitch,
Like the only one
we
that's really
make
going
sense.
on is baseball, and we already know the Yankees are going to win it.
Yeah.
So we can do that one too.
Yeah, if we really want to.
Baseball, we could do the year in review of baseball in the middle of their season.
in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Yankees have won.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Congratulations. How's your mother?
But Mitch, you're right, and we did it here first. This is real locker room talk initiative.
Exactly.
It's like, wait. So New Year's Eve, they do the year in review,
Right.
and they haven't even hit the All-Star break in most respective sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Now's the time.
Now's the time
So
to do
what
it.
we're going to do is we're going to pick a sport during the summertime,
Right.
each week,
Right.
and we're going to talk about it.
Exactly.
Which sport are we talking
Today
about
we're going to
today?
talk some NFL. However, it's going to be quite cut into because we're a little late and there's another group coming in here and, you know, we've caused a little bit of grief here. So, well, don't worry about it. Not a big deal.
I mean,
Don't worry. I got it all. You know what I did?
Did you
look
talk to
Look
Jeff?
at my paper. Look how much red is on this paper.
That's a lot of note
This
taking.
looks like my English paper in high school.
just full of red. full
Mitch,
of red.
what's with the run-on sentence? Don't you know what a period is? Like that's what my chart looks like today. Okay, so don't worry. Don't worry, I'll handle it. You just let it go. Sit back,
amazing.
relax. I'll take it from here.
You should have turned and said, Miss, I know exactly what a period is because I hear it every month, okay?
Oh my god.
Hashtag we get it from our wives.
Hashtag exactly. As you can see, there's a running theme.
There's
here.
a running theme.
There's a running
Yeah,
theme
that's
here.
what I'm doing. Mitch, what else are we talking about
Well,
today?
the short itinerary, we got a little World Cup, obviously. It is out of control.
It is.
I thought this was going to be the worst World Cup.
It's turned out to be the best.
It's the greatest World Cup of all time.
Love what's happening.
And
Can't wait
maybe
to
a
get
little
into
piece of it is because the Italians are out of it. I don't know. I don't want to say it out loud, but a little could be that. I don't know why. Let's see what else. We got NFL. We're going to do a quick little review of the NFL season.
Year in review NFL.
Year in review. Exactly.
I got some notes. Look,
yeah,
look
I
at
see
these
that.
notes.
Look at that. What you just jotting down a whole bunch of stuff, and then we're going to do a new segment. Dimitri and I are both in the sales industry, and it's free agency time in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
So we said to ourselves, right now, come what is it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
John Tavares is being pitched like crazy. So what we want to do is, because we know a lot of NHL teams are listening to this, we want to help them. Like
Yes.
we don't have like a team we're cheering.
We just
for.
want to prepare them before the meeting.
We think this is kind of like a
Which-
sale. We
which
want to
N-
help them. Sales pitch 101.
Which NHL teams are listening?
Oh, quite a few.
Probably all of them,
Jeff, I couldn't even like sit here and really list them all because we're already late, so I can't sit here. And
I'll
list
tell you who's not listening, and that's the condescending guitars.
But so we're gonna do that, and then we have a beautiful maga or Malaka relationship.
Oh, amazing! This is going to be a good one, right? We got a
Episode.
lot
We got-
of.
today
of
was
juicy.
one of those days they should. I don't know. It was weird because I asked you earlier in the day, I said, what should we do, Maga, Malaka? Yep. And it just turned out that today we said we're going to do a little relationship status.
Absolutely. Well, it was inspired because we're going to be on a podcast fairly quick coming this weekend.
Absolutely.
The girls at the Rawcast.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
You know, everyone wants to hear.
So it's kind of practice for us.
Yeah, everyone wants to hear real locker room talk when it's real locker room talk, but you can hear it as the Rawcast. And we're going to be with the girls there this weekend. It's going to be exciting. But before we get into that, before we get into this, before I get into even more of these Timbits.
And we should cut down on those.
Should probably, but right now, I'm bringing the Macromind Media metrics of the week. Macromind Media metrics of the week. Macromindmedia.com. They're building our website. That's why we're getting so much traction. That's why we're getting so many hits. People are swiping more right on Real Locker Room Talk than they would a Tinder profile. That may be accurate. It may not be accurate. But let me ask you this. You got a website. You got a thought for a website, and you want to act on it. Macromindmedia.com. Do it.
Gambling online.
Has that been done before?
Doubt it.
Let's call up macromindmedia.com. Gamblingonline.com. That's going to be our new one. Oh, man. You know, they get the metrics of the week because they get things done. Yeah. That's what they're doing. But you know where else we're getting metrics from, Mitch?
No, I have no idea.
You know what? I'm here to tell you. Agape Greek Radio.
You know, you ask me each week, and I get it wrong each week.
And I don't mind telling you. AGAPE, GreekRadio.com. You can hear RLRT Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Mountain, and on the weekends, 2 p.m. Mountain, Saturday and Sunday. And, of course, as I mentioned, they're in for a big revamp. You're going to see our beautiful mugs come September over there. It's a beautiful thing. You know what else? I want to throw something else in.
Yeah.
Jeff, have we gotten any calls for the Alberta recording studio yet?
I actually got a couple bites last week,
That's unreal, man.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
to hear. Good to hear. So everyone, if you're looking for a recording studio, if you're looking for a sound engineering program, we're giving you the answer.
Look no further.
Why? Get off Google right now.
Get out of there.
Stop it.
Don't do that.
We've just given you 3 viable answers.
Have we not already shown you in 38 episodes, we've had 3 graduates. 3.
Boom.
How many more do you want? What kind of proof do you need?
Fine. Come September, we'll give you more proof.
We'll give you all the proof you need.
Actually, hopefully, I'll have a couple of summer students stopping in to help with the podcast.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Excellent.
Alberta Recording offering summer classes. Sign up now.
It never ends.
You notice how all that stuff starts with A, eh?
Well, let's get down to it. Let's start with what is literally taking over the world, and that's World Cup.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't seem to understand is that 1 minute Argentina's out, then they're in, then they're out, and they're back in.
It's unbelievable. What's happening?
And I got to be honest, I started this whole podcast, I said to myself, okay, we're going to talk about how Messi is, because Argentina's not.
Messied it up.
Him and his boys kind of didn't have a good World Cup to start. What's that going to mean for his legacy? I basically wrote in my notes. I said, you know what? Is this going to hurt Messi's legacy overall? And what did they do? They end up winning today. They make it to the round of 16. Now, obviously, they're still very far away from winning this whole thing. Yeah. My original notes were, Dimitri, is Argentina not making it to the next level a bad, and does it hurt his legacy? Now I'm going to reverse it. Does this keep him alive? Did him almost not making it wreck it? And is this keeping him alive now?
Well, it would have wrecked it, Mitch, unfairly so, because, again, this is a tournament that's played once every 4 years, and the team's not that great, right? I mean, they have a decent midfield. They have excellent strikers and forwards. Their defense has always been a problem. And the thing is it would have hurt him bad, I think unfairly, but it would have. This gave him some saving grace. And if you look at the game, he did himself some favors. Not only did Argentina advance, but all the sportscasters and analysts and everyone can actually build a story about how he did that. He comes in the 14th minute, he scores a goal.
Right.
Beautiful. I mean, the pass was perfect. Yeah. He takes the volley off the knee, touches it twice. How's your mother? It's in the back of the net.
Boom.
Boom. Free kick. And like the 35th minute, he hit the post, but he almost got it. I mean, he hits that second one. Nigeria stands no chance.
Right.
He needed this. He needed this big time.
He needed it big, and big players come to big games.
Because look, Ronaldo, game 1, say what you want to say. He puts in 3 goals. He's looking great.
Absolutely.
Portugal is going to advance. Well, they did, but I mean, the way, if you go game for game. Yeah, Argentina tied Iceland. It was a bit of a shocker, but Iceland was also a team that everyone knew was really hard defensively, and it was tough goal. They get blown out by Croatia.
Right.
You look and you say,
well, Uruguay. So we'll go through the groups really quickly. You got Group A. Uruguay and Russia move on. We both called that, I think. We both said
did.
it. Mother Russia, I'm telling you, they're lying in the weeds, man. They're lying in the weeds. Watch out for my boys.
Mitch, we got to talk about this because my inclination, you look at the next group,
Yeah.
Spain, Portugal,
Yep.
to no surprise they advanced,
surprise they
but to a
both
little
advanced.
surprise they each tied their games yesterday with Morocco and Iran, which
But
is interesting.
isn't this kind of like, like in the late NFL season, you're not playing all your guys, you're kind of letting them play a little bit relaxed because now the real big boys come to play. Now it's the group of 16. There is no loss. There is no ties. Now we go.
Right. Well, I think, no, they had to play, Mitch, because...
No, I know they had to play, but...
No, I think, I can't remember how the table went, but there was an opportunity that one of them might not have made it.
There was...
I know.
Come on.
I know
In
what you're
Group
saying.
C, you got France moving in. And France right now kind of just literally mowed over everybody. You know what I mean? They tied today, didn't do anything spectacular, but they're still like unscathed. Not like a Germany, for example, that took that loss.
That's
and
right.
Is on their heels. An Argentina on their heels. France is coasting through. And then we go into the other league. Well, so groups E to H still, we're on a Tuesday here, so they still got the rest of the week to kind of figure out where everyone's going to lie.
Yeah.
But the team that is like right now capturing the heart of the world, and I don't know if it's the team or their fans, England. The English fans, you know what? I think I might have a new favorite team to watch. Like, I'm still picking Russia to win it. But, man, I've been watching so much social media and
They
watching...
come to play, don't they? The fans, I mean.
The fans are crazy. They need this. I think they need this more than Ovechkin needed it. I am, like, literally going, I don't know what's more exciting to watch. Ovi winning the cup, or if England wins it, it's going to go out of control. And this gentleman, Kane, that's on the English team, he is on fire.
Look, they destroyed Panama. Not surprising to me. I mean, but still, to score 6 goals on anyone is quite the accomplishment.
Absolutely.
But England has played very well. Kane has been playing exceptional. And I think the English fans are really excited because, when they had Wayne Rooney, they thought that he was this great striker and he could never deliver on the world stage. Well, now they got someone that's actually starting to deliver on the world stage and a good team. The thing with England, though, Mitch, is that the English Premier League is very polarized. I mean, especially here in Canada, all we see is the EPL. So as a league as a whole, I think it's the most competitive league. The problem with it is when they get to the world stage, we think that they're going to achieve more than what they actually are. This is the first time in a long time that I can say, you know what, watch out for this team. Maybe there is something to it.
That's what I was kind of getting at. Is this for real? Like other years, I got to be honest, England kind of pumps their own tires. They make themselves really look good. The media's on their backs, and then they never show up. Kind of like, a little bit, I was going to say Argentina, but you know what? Let's just use Argentina because they start off slow. England usually makes the group of 16 then just fizzles out. I don't think this English team is to be played with. I think these guys are here and they really want this bad, man. Like, if the fans are any indication of how this team is feeling, they are ready to erupt at any time. Now, my second favorite team in the World Cup is a team that really probably doesn't have a chance. They're going to probably make the group of 16 is Senegal. Why, you ask? Because of the dancing that they perform. I said it last week on Real Locker Room Talk. Where is the dancing? And Senegal must have heard it because they have been putting on a beautiful dance recital every time.
You make me feel so good inside.
Well done, Senegal.
Thank you, Senegal. Absolutely. The show before the show. Love the way they're playing. I hope they do advance. Boy, did I see this group. Well, I don't want to say wrong, but in a way it's played out as I thought it would and not how I thought it would. I thought Poland would finish on top of the group. I like the way Poland's team, how fast they are. They do got some skill up front and whatnot. But I also did say that this is the group of death. This is the unpredictable one.
Poland's done.
And Poland's done.
Yeah,
they're
finished.
officially eliminated. And as it stands, Japan, Senegal are going through with Colombia's right in the mix.
Right
so
there.
it's an
That's why I
interesting
love
group.
this World Cup. These teams that I didn't expect anything from, and the ones I expected things from, are dropping. Like, it's amazing. It's great World Cup. Now, I got a question for you. What happens if England plays Senegal? I don't know what to do.
Mitch, you have to turn your phone off and you have to go into hiding. And I will call you when the time's done.
Do I want a great dance routine or do I want the cheering fans? It's like America's Got Talent. I don't know what to cheer for.
I'm
cheering
see
for both of you.
No
right
other
now.
alternative than they merge together and become Senegaland.
Senegal. I love it.
That's the only
Fantastic
way.
idea. I love it.
Dancing hooligans.
Let's do it. I like it.
I
like
love
a
it.
lot.
I want to bring something up
Sure.
as well, if you don't mind. Unless you
course,
still
no,
had a
go-
few things for
no,
the
no,
groups.
No, go ahead.
If I may interject.
You may.
So last week we had a little bit of a debate.
Yeah.
A debate, if you will.
Sure.
About the video instant replays.
Yeah.
Mitch, I just want to make it known, because I'm a humbling man, that I rescind my opinion and I'm on your side.
Oh, well, thank you.
Instant replays, you have shown me that you are useless and pointless.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not arguing because my wife is Serbian. I'm arguing because I'm a fan of the game.
Right.
The instant replay, I didn't mind it because they would go to it as a point of reference, the fans wanted it, and they were able to make the correct call. It's not that Serbia lost the game. It's that the game, they could have had it won against Switzerland because there were two Swiss players that bear hugged the Serbian forward and tackled them in the box.
Right.
Now, the referee missed it.
Right.
He even called the free kick in the play for the Swiss.
Right.
But you're telling me with the video review technology and that shit goes on,
Exactly.
and you're still not calling it? All that said to me was, Mitch, you're right. Take it out because it clearly is not doing its job. I would rather that happen with no replay. I'm actually more upset that that's still gone on with the replay. So I'm on Mitch's side. Get it out of the game.
Get it gone. Boom. Out. Thank you very much. It kills the flow. And if you're not going to use it the right way, I liked your idea. If you're going to compliment me, I'm going to compliment you back because I listened to the podcast last week.
Stop it. Keep
I like
going.
the idea of it like being NFL, throw a flag. You only get one, maybe a game. That's it. Something like that to that notion. I do not want to see this like every 2 seconds. Because let's call it what it is. As much as I'm really enjoying the World Cup right now, there are some things, like, soccer players are known to be a little bit, let's say, they act a little bit, get kicked in the shin,
Yeah.
even though they're wearing shin pads and they're down. It looks like they broke their femur, right? Okay. Well, I don't want the video replay to be used in that category where like, oh, we got to go to the replay again. Let me see. Did he actually get kicked? Oh, he didn't. Oh, did he touch the ball? Like, allow some human error to be done just like it always. Soccer carried itself for this long. It can carry itself even longer.
Yeah.
Don't let the video destroy it. Now, one real question I have for you before we go on to the next. The group of 16 is slowly emerging. Is there a team that you like that you didn't really like before? Like, is there somebody that's kind of now coming forward going, and it doesn't have to be a dark horse. It's like maybe a France going, you know what, man, the French look pretty good.
I like France from the beginning.
Yeah.
They still look really good to me.
Yeah.
I think they should have won the game against Denmark today.
Yeah.
I really like the way the French are playing. The other one that I really like, and believe it or not, is Argentina.
See, I'm going to say Germany. And I know everyone's like, well, you know what? When they lost that first game, I think that made them mad. And then they almost lost the second game.
By the way, that was one of the nicest goals, maybe the nicest in the World Cup. 95th minute.
I know.
Just 4 feet, stops the ball for him, curves it perfectly.
I truly think these games, so Germany loses the first game and then basically has to go into extra time to win their next game.
Oh, my
they
goodness,
know that
unbelievable, Mitch.
everyone's up to play. So for all those out there, watch out for Germany now because now they are mad.
That was my logic with Argentina. As
Right.
much as they're not the best team, they're not.
Yeah.
But something
I would agree with you.
might have really inspired them on all levels. I think it was a big team correction.
Yeah.
From the coach to the players to everyone saying, okay, you know what? We got to get going. And Nigeria is not a pushover team. This is not a pushover team. So yeah, how you feel about Germany is how I feel about Argentina as well. But France still, if I had to pick with my head and not the heart, I'm still going with France.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my boys, Mother Russia, still in it. In the weeds.
In the weeds. You know what, Mitch?
In the weeds.
I'm gonna call it right now.
What's that?
Russia beats Spain in the round of 16.
Oh.
Boom!
In the weeds. So from there, we go to what me and Dimitri's talked about. We're not going to spend a lot of time about it, but we said, you know what? It's summertime. Let's talk about the sports that are not playing right now. We're going to talk more in depth come the NFL season when we get closer in September. However, we said to ourselves, hey, we got some time. We got a few minutes. Let's talk about it. So we decided to pick NFL first because everyone loves the NFL. So
Loves the
Dimitri,
NFL.
I want to ask you, what did you think of last year? And what are you expecting this year? And are there a few teams you're kind of watching out for?
Yes, absolutely. Because I got my notes.
Tell the people.
I got my notes. So what did I think of last year as a whole? I actually really liked the season last year. I thought that the things that I liked about it was you had your competing staples.
Yeah.
But you also had some teams that aren't normally in the mix come into the mix. I look at the Tennessee Titans that were in it, the Jacksonville Jaguars that were in it, the Minnesota Vikings just building on their success. So I liked it as a league. However, if I were to make a knock on it, a lot of the teams were at a disadvantage, whether it be injuries. I really look at the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts as two teams that should have done better had all the pieces been in place. But overall, a great season. This year, I decided I wanted to pick a few teams from the NFC and a few teams from the AFC.
Beautiful.
And this is what I want to talk about this year.
Go ahead.
We know that your regular staples are going to be your regular staples. I don't got to talk Patriots.
Right.
Right? I mean, if Brady's playing and Belichick's there, they got a chance. Doesn't excite me.
Okay.
But I want to bring a few teams up to you, Mitch.
Sure, go ahead.
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Here's a team that finished with no wins.
No zero.
Struggling franchise.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Right.
Okay? But they made some moves.
Yep.
Not just in the trading, but they also drafted. Drafted well, I think. This team's going to win some games. I really do believe it. But Mitch, how many do you think?
I think Cleveland could be a wild card this year. I think they upped their offense that much. And it comes down to Baker Mayfield. If Baker does what he is allotted to, and he was the first overall pick, watch out, because their receiving core with Josh Brown back and of course Landry, and then they got a decent little run game. Yeah, I think Cleveland might have a chance of a wild card. I know it sounds crazy to go from 0 wins to maybe 9, which is probably what you're going to need to get into the wild card. But I think Cleveland has that talent base now that they can.
If they can get off to an early start, it's not unreasonable to think that. For me, I'd put if they can get 5 games, to me it's a success.
5 was the number in my head. I'm not going to lie to you, but I truly believe offensively, if they click, watch out.
Yeah, you never know. Well, the division's not exactly what it was in years before as well. I look at the Colts. Is Luck on their side this year? Does Luck come back? Is he that big of a difference maker? Is it going to help, or is this franchise just doomed all around, Mitch?
I'm going to tell you right now, I think Luck is messed up in the head. I've mentioned it on past podcasts. Last year, there was reports that he hadn't even picked up the football. I'm telling you right now that the guy literally, I think, is psychologically messed up. I don't think he's ready, and I don't think the Colts did anything that extreme to really to change their status of who they are.
Yeah, I think he's an excellent quarterback. I think he'll help, but I don't think he's going to help as much as people think he will when he comes back. Team's got a lot of gaps. The other team in the AFC that I wanted to touch on that excited me, Mitch, was the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is this team for real? Will they repeat? They had that 10-6 record and came in. Are they back in the mix?
I got to be honest. This one's tough for me. Defensively, I think they're there. I don't think offensively they're going to scare anybody. And now people are going to probably stack the box because Fournette is such a dude. But the thing is, it's like anything else, right? Like, they now know what they're up against. So the NFL, not for long, right? Like, you can only watch so much game tape. They're going to stack the box. They're going to make Bortles pass. And this was the year they said to Bortles, hey, we might get rid of you, blah, blah, blah. And how can you say that about a guy that took you to the AFC Championship game? But they did. So I don't think the love is there for him yet. So Jacksonville, I'm on the fence. I don't know. I don't know what to say yet.
I think that they maximized their potential last year as well. To me, this is an 8-8 team.
Right.
Because I think, my logic is they maximized this year. They went 10-6. Other teams are going to get a little bit better. And I think they're going to regress a touch. So, yeah, that's what I see. What about for you, Mitch? Tell me about what you thought as a season. Same question, and some teams that you want to highlight.
You know what? I got to admit, I loved it. I thought it was one of the better NFL seasons. I thought it was one of the better, only because it was all over the place. I mean, you had your New York Giants that kind of, unfortunately, just unraveled. And so it opened it up. Then Dallas didn't do what they were supposed to do. Philly comes out of nowhere, wins it all. And to be honest, they kind of took a big run. It's like a marathon. They sprinted off the end and just kept that pace going and won it at the end.
Run,
and then
Forrest, run.
At the end of the season, what do? They made their team somehow better. Like they picked up like a whole bunch of defensive guys. And to me, I think they're more stacked and more just tight as a unit than you would imagine any other NFL team. So there's the first team I want to ask you about. Does Philly repeat? And does Philly easily win their division, or where do you see Philly this year?
You know, funny enough, I wrote Philly down myself, and the way I look at it is I just don't see why this team's going to lose any sort of momentum. To me, this team is a lock for the NFC Championship.
I think so, too.
You know, I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen to them is instead of their Foles, who came in to help them win the Super Bowl, they're just going to get Carson Wentz back.
Yeah, now they get their MVP back.
So they're stacked on every side of the ball. They're coaching well, and they understand themselves.
Exactly.
Right. This is just another year of a team like this. So I got them in the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
And
let me ask you this one: everyone's new favorite team, the soon to be Vegas Raiders, but for now we'll call them the Los Angeles Raiders.
Right.
Are they for real? Or Oakland Raiders?
Yeah,
Oakland Raiders.
I think they are for real, Mitch. The Raiders, any Raiders.
Any Raiders.
Yeah,
all Raiders.
Guadalupe Raiders.
Is the addition of Gruden going to change this team?
Yeah, I think so. Because I look at the fact you say 2 years ago with Del Rio, they were able to make the playoffs, the postseason. They got a lot of good parts. They're not there. It's not a Super Bowl winning team on paper, but a guy like Gruden, this is where the coaching and the system matters. He can be that Belichick type of guy to bring everyone in line. They got the receivers. They definitely have the quarterback. They got some great pieces on defense. I think that going back when we talk about my Jacksonville thing, Oakland's one of the teams that's going to be coming up and maybe even winning that division, because Kansas City, they're not winning it. They're not on top of that division this year.
All right. Now, here's everyone. I was going to say mini, but I don't care. What about the San Francisco 49ers?
We got the same
Like
list.
we basically do.
Is it-
The 49ers, everyone in Garoppolo. Are they going to win the Super Bowl? Because that's what, if you talk to a 49er fan, they think they've got this taken care of.
Well,
It's over.
Garoppolo is the Floyd Mayweather of the NFL right
my
now.
God. Well, yeah, I guess he is.
undefeated.
It's so true.
Look, the San Francisco 49ers are going to be a force to reckon with. They're going to do very well in that division. It really comes down to the Rams for me. Seattle, no threat there. That team's falling apart. They're falling apart at the seams year by year, it seems. It really comes to the Rams. If the Rams are going to play that same style of football, but yeah, they're going to be there.
The Rams will take them down, and I'm telling you this right now. And so for all you 49er fans, cover your ears if you don't want to hear this. You guys will win 6 games this year. That's it.
You think 6
games? 6 games, yes. 6 games. The Rams will beat you both times they play you. You guys will have a better season. You only won 5 last year, so 6 is better than 5, but you're not going to win the Super Bowl.
They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
You heard it here first.
It's a Mitch first. Real locker room time.
That's my 5-star pick of the year. The 49ers will not win the Super Bowl in 2018 or 19, and maybe not even 20.
Suck it, Larry. Well, Mitch, if we're going to talk NFL, I know we don't want to, but who cares? Let's be a little bit biased. You're drinking a green beer. We cheer for a green team. Can we talk a little pack? Just a little bit.
For 1 minute, we can.
For 1 minute, we'll talk a little pack.
You got 1 minute.
First of all, Tony Romo. Right. Just when I hated him and I want to challenge him to a fight.
Right.
I think he's getting scared of me.
Of course he is.
Because today he comes and says, Packers are the team to beat.
Romo said that.
Romo said that.
I didn't hear that.
It just happened. Just happened. Romo said that. Packers are the team to beat.
Wow.
Mitch, Are they?
You know what? Listen, man. Rogers, EA Sports made Rogers a 99 on their profile, right? He's like one of 2 or 3 other players.
Danica Patrick's the -1.
She is the -1.
Otherwise, you would have been
So
100.
what I'm gonna say to you is this: unless that defense shows me something, no, they are not. I'm sorry.
I agree.
It's as simple as that. Offensively, Rogers will have them humming and hawing and doing everything they need to do, but I need that defense to do something, and I don't think we have enough pieces yet.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think they're the team to beat. I think the Eagles are the team to beat. They are in a tough division, regardless of what the other teams are doing. You still got the Minnesota Vikings that are going to come to play. Jimmy Graham is going to be a huge addition for Rodgers. I think letting Jordy Nelson go, which I think was the right move, but to have an option like that, especially with a quarterback like Rodgers, these numbers are going to go sky high.
Absolutely.
Fantasy football, you can probably draft Jimmy Graham late round 1 again.
Yeah,
I'll say it right
I think
there.
Jimmy Graham is going to be the Gronk to Brady,
it's going to be
Brady and
unbelievable.
Rodgers,
Now, but you're right. It's all in the defense.
Yeah.
It's all in the defense. So.
It comes down to it. So there's our overview of the NFL. Quickly, fast, easy, efficient. This is what we wanted to tell you guys. This is what we're going to do. And we might touch it again a little later on.
Yeah.
Next week, I think we're going to do a little NHL. And I'll tell you why. Because the NHL free market, the free agency market, it starts on Monday. Starts on Monday.
Yeah.
And the biggest guy on the market right now is John Tavares.
Johnny T.
Johnny T.
Great guy.
Johnny T's been with the Islanders for a few years now, about 7 or 8, and he's free agent. He's allowed to go out and show everyone that he's willing to go somewhere else, but he needs to be coaxed. Now, I said earlier, both of us are in sales.
Yes.
And this is a great opportunity for all those NHL teams that listen to us, like Jeff alluded to earlier, all of them.
All of them. Yes, they're all
that
there.
they need a little coaching, a little one-on-one. So what we're going to do is a little role play.
Yeah.
You know, any good sales organization will do the role play.
Absolutely,
Okay.
Mitch.
So I'm going to be John Tavares.
Okay.
You're going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Beautiful.
Because they're in the running. They always will.
And we have downloads in Toronto.
Absolutely. So, Dimitri, pretend to be an executive, and I have a feeling soon you will be. With the Toronto Maple Leafs, you're trying to bring me over.
Okay.
I'm John Tavares.
You're John Tavares
I'm
right
John
now.
Tavares. You bring me
So
over.
I got to pretend that you actually possess skill
Exactly.
and are a decent-looking human being.
I'm a little taller than John. I'm slightly taller than John.
You're taller than John
I'm
Tavares.
taller than John Tavares.
Okay.
And pitch me.
Okay. Absolutely. John,
Hey,
how are you doing?
Dimitri.
Thank you for coming by Toronto.
Looking great, bud.
Thank you. Thank you for on such
Thank
a
you
busy
for having
schedule.
me. Thank you for having me.
Well, John, I really just want to get into it because the Maple Leafs organization is an organization that doesn't waste time. Let me give you an example.
Sure.
We wanted to coach, not just any coach, the best coach.
Right.
We went to Babcock. We want you. We made an offer. We made an offer that no one else is going to give.
Right.
And Babcock's here.
Give him a lot of money.
Okay. Kadri, they had him in the minors. They didn't know what to do with him. We changed the whole organization. We told Burke to get lost. Why?
Yeah.
Because we believe in talent here in Toronto.
Wow.
Now, John, you're at a crossroads.
Yeah, I'm a little.
You've been with an organization where you had no choice.
Right.
You were drafted there.
Yeah.
And you were promised the world, and you were young, and you were excited.
I was.
And you gave everything to that organization. An organization you had no choice,
I'm an all-star.
but you have to capitalize.
Right.
Because that's what sports is all about, taking advantage of the moment.
Show me the money.
And you have a moment to be part of the Toronto Maple Leafs, the most historic franchise in Canada. Not just anything else. You have a choice right now, John, where to go. And don't waste that opportunity. Take a look around. Look at the player sheet. You know who you're going to be playing with. You see there's a future there. You see we're not hesitant to bring people in, take people out.
Right.
We're making the playoffs. Did the Islanders make the playoffs last year?
We did not.
How many years have you been in the Islanders they made the playoffs, John?
Once,
Okay, exactly. Just one time.
I think.
Okay? Now, you had to watch across the pond when the Penguins organization and Sidney Crosby were bringing in players. The Devils organization is now making the playoffs because they're bringing in players. And Islanders couldn't do anything with you. They had to rely on their draft picks.
I was tired. You know what I mean? I was
John,
tired.
come home where it's safe. The Maple Leaf, if you just shift it around, it turns into a star. And 91 deserves a star on that jersey. John, I've already prepared the contract. I want you to read it over and take your time.
Wow.
I'll give you a call on Monday.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, slow clap. That. Wow.
I just
Wow.
did it. I just signed John Tavares.
So
I just signed John Tavares.
couple things.
Can you see me now?
Couple things. Excellent. Excellent. Like
thank
right
you.
off the bat, excellent. Very aggressive. You made me feel like I'm a champion, even though I already know I am. I actually felt like I was John. You were staring at me like you didn't blink. I don't think the whole time. Deadlocked. On
I was
me.
like Tom Cruise.
I was like, he knows we're joking, right? Like,
no. I would. This is work mode, Mitch.
It was. You know what? If you pitch John, I think you might have won. I think Toronto literally has just signed John Tavares. If he listens to this podcast, which we know he does, and he actually got that kind of pitch,
Yeah.
there's no doubt he's going to
Well,
Toronto.
that's the way you got to do it. You got to be aggressive. It's an aggressive league, and
So-
you got to be aggressive.
Now let me teach you some things.
Yeah.
And I'll show you how I do it.
Okay.
You be John Tavares.
I'm John now.
You're John now.
Okay.
I'm
a
the
little
Islanders.
I'm slightly taller than John, so I gotta sit back in the chair.
Sit back in the chair a little bit. I'll be the Islanders, the team that he's been with the whole time.
Okay.
And, we are now trying to keep him. We know that, other teams are pitching him.
Okay.
And we're going to try to keep him here.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
Johnny, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for taking the time to meet with the team that drafted you and believed in you from the beginning.
Excuse me. Are these Timbits free?
They are. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, not that. Oh, Lou likes that one. Yeah.
Should I
you
put it
should
back?
put that back. Yeah. He gets really mad. Okay. Well, this is not going to start off very good. Lou's a little late coming to the meeting. We apologize. John, listen, we love you. The fact that you're going out, checking out what the other teams have, that's fantastic. Are they better than us? Yeah, kind of. Do they have nicer facilities? Absolutely. I mean, have you been to LA yet?
No, actually.
Oh, you should go.
It's my
Like
next
you should
stop.
100% go. Like you gotta go check it out. Toronto's got like some crazy good players. We're still in the process of getting a couple. You know that. I mean, but you have my word.
It's been a hard.
You
go.
have my word. I'll actually write. You have a little piece of paper? I owe you. I will write that down for you. You keep that. And that's a guarantee that I will get you some better players.
So let me get this straight. You're going to write an IOU
That's correct.
on a
To
piece
you
of paper.
to say, we owe you some good players. Now, will you have a say? No, absolutely not. We can't let you do that. What we need from you is exactly what you've been doing. We need you to play really, really good, really, really hard, but don't ask for a lot of money. Don't ask for everything because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Let's call it what it is, John. Look at me, okay? Look at me, John.
Yeah.
You're older now.
Yeah,
You're not
I
as
am.
fast. You're not as good as everyone. You're lucky. You know what? You're lucky I'm pitching you, John.
It's true.
You're lucky Lou's not in here right now.
It's true.
You're lucky he's not here right now.
Can we sign before he comes in?
Just
I'm sorry.
sign on the piece of paper right now, John. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you. Do you like my approach?
You kept me engaged the whole time.
Exactly.
Be like, what is this? This guy's not selling me.
You know what
You
you're going
didn't
to do
sell
in the
me
end?
anything.
Do you know what you're going to do in the end? You're going to be like, I'm going to prove that guy wrong, and I'm going to use his IOU.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Boom.
Yeah. Smart.
You're welcome.
Mitch. Smart.
You're welcome. So, if the Islanders use my approach, and I think they get last at bid, congratulations,
I
John
think you gotta
Tavares.
go aggressive.
You just signed with the Islanders. However, if I think this really comes down to who gets them last. If Toronto gets them last, then he'll go to Toronto because your pitch was great. Fantastic.
Well, my pitch, I think, worked for me. I think you had the right call. If you're the Islanders, be like, look, this is the situation.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
This is what it
but
is.
at least we're going to be real with you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right to your face.
Yeah. What, you think you're going to do better?
You think you're better than us? Whatever, John. If that is your real name.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being
Stamkos
said,
wears a better
here
91.
we go. We're going straight to Maga or Malaka. Why, you say? Because this week, you said, I think on Friday, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
These beautiful young ladies have called us and said, hey, we need a guy's perception of relationships. So we
Yes.
said, we need to practice because it's been a while.
Look, for years before we met our women, we would always walk into a room empty-handed.
Exactly.
Okay?
Always.
Well, maybe there was something in our hand, but regardless of
Right.
the point,
Exactly.
we're prepared now.
Yeah.
We're going to walk in on Friday.
So we don't want to walk in there like looking dumb. So
No.
we're practicing here.
We want to look smart.
So it's Maga or Malaka. dating, relationship situations. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm
Jeff,
ready.
are you ready?
I put on a fresh
He
shirt.
put on a shirt. Guys, this is amazing.
For the thousands in attendance and the
Yes,
millions downloading
For all
around the
of you who can
world.
see me out there.
Here we go. We'll start with easy ones. All right?
Hold on,
Couple underhands. Here we go.
Hold on, Jeff
Yeah.
teased me a little. Maybe loosen the button back up, Jeff.
There we go. Couple of softball, couple of underhands. Here we go.
Okay.
Chivalry, opening the door. Maga move or Malaka move?
It's a MAGA move, and I don't want anyone to psychologically brainwash me that it's not a MAGA move.
Jeff, Maga or Malaka move?
Man, it's just respect. You're polite to your girl. You show her a good time. And then she squashes you like a bug, right?
I am, wow.
But you try. You got to be the nice guy. You try.
Hey, Jeff, when you
and then they
started,
fucking crush you, right?
Jeff, when you starred in The Wedding Singer, what was it like working with John Lovett?
He was awesome.
See, it's a good thing we're practicing, and I'll tell you why. I was going to go
love that guy.
Malaka move, and I'll tell you why. It's, of course, you want to keep the doors open and do all that nice stuff, but what happens is now you're setting precedent. They have all expected it for the rest of their life. Like, dude, how many times have we all forgotten to open the door? How many times? Don't tell me every single time that you open the door for your wife. Every single time.
No,
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. You're setting precedent. Okay.
That's
like I
awesome.
said, this is practice. Little upper hands.
So
little upper hands.
you're all about romance, is what you're telling me. Okay, now
All right. Telling her that she doesn't look fat in those jeans. Maga move or Malaka move?
It's a Malaka move. Be honest.
Be honest,
Yes.
Jeff? So you guys are crazy enough to tell your girl.
I'm out on that one because honestly, I like them built for speed. I like the tight ass girls. I'm not gonna lie to you. Get in shape. Go for a walk.
All
go
right,
jogging. Come kayaking. I got a
Yes,
boat.
Jeff. You have to be honest with these
my
people.
God.
I don't want, jeans that are ready to rip at the seams. I mean, those are almost happening on me. I don't want them happening to someone else. And you know something, Mitch? I think we've built a shitty culture where we are way too accepting. I mean, there are health implications that come with that. No.
Listen, I
Well said, sir.
got to qualify my last statement a little bit. You know, I'm always keen to compliment my woman. You know, I always try to be that chivalrous guy, opening the door. You look great tonight. You know, I am an old romantic.
We all do, and look, where has it all taken us?
Nah, I don't know.
All right.
What's the meaning of life, dude?
Date night. Maga or Malaka, Jeff?
I can't. I'm having a bad relationship stretch right now, and I can't tell you the times. Like, man, it's got to be a dozen times in just this year that we've arranged for date nights, and it's just gone horribly
gone sideways?
south in a quick time.
Oh, that is so funny.
Expectations
See, date night-
gone awry, man.
To Jeff's point, I like doing the date night, but
I love
date night
it.
is
I love it.
a little stressful. Because you got to come up with something. You got to beat out last week's date night.
Yeah,
there's
it's a
a
good
little
point.
bit of stress to the date night.
There is stress.
You know,
I mean,
for real.
I'm going to go with MAGA just because when you're married in again, you're going to realize that those are important.
Fair enough. I'll
dates.
give you that one.
But
all right, let's get down to social media stuff. What about on social media, like on a Facebook, and so you're dating somebody, but you don't put in that you're dating them or in a relationship or whatever that tagline is that a MAGA or Malaka move by the person?
it's a MAGA move. You want to know why?
Why?
Because then she's going to ask you, why didn't you put date night? And then you get to the real talk conversation. Okay.
Jeff, MAGA or Malaka move?
Facebook just scares the shit out of me. Actually, yeah.
I'll bet you Facebook has hooked up and destroyed as many relationships.
I've actually,
I'd like to see the stats.
I've actually just tried to stay off Facebook for the last couple of years because of that very reason. There's always some drama. Right?
Here we go, Jeff. Here's a big one for you. Sex on the first night. You just started dating a young lady and things
I'll
are going
interrupt,
perfect.
MAGA.
Perfect. MAGA or Malaka move? MAGA move. Yeah, I think we're all in that.
Yeah, I
now,
think
are
so.
you being honest though? Would you think of the girl any differently if you end up sleeping with her on the first night?
Maybe if it was
Hey,
1945,
can I just
but it's
Oh, hey,
Can I just
it's
interrupt all of you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Hot girl, you're feeling romantic. She's coming on to you. Are you not going to sleep with
Of
her?
course
on the
you are. No,
first
no,
time?
I'm
Okay,
in-
so just like in preparation for your little ordeal on Friday,
Sure.
don't you think women feel the same way? They don't want to be judged
It's a
when they're
great
fucking
Thank you,
horny.
Jeff.
I
you
That's
know?
agree.
exactly how
Jeff,
I feel.
agree 100%. I'm in agreement. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
No, I don't judge people on that. That's why I'm there for the hookup. If there's some kind of chemistry that works, I'm willing to work on the rest.
You know, we're all adults, Jeff. We're just at the point, hey, it is what it is. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's not 1945.
Here we go. We'll do a couple more because we got to jump out of here. Jeff's got business. He makes money, not through us. Though. Staying on the social media side, lying on your profile.
Oh, that's Malaka. It's going to catch up to you.
It's going to catch up.
It's going to catch
That's
up.
gonna catch up to
Okay?
you. Tinder and all the social media hookup sites, maga or Malaka stuff.
Yeah, for me, that's MAGA. How else are people in this day and age supposed to meet?
No,
Life's getting busy. It's getting hard, Mitch.
It's too easy. It's too easy on them.
It's the way of the future.
I don't like it.
It is too easy, but you know what? It's got
Where's
to
the
happen.
effort? Where's the effort?
It's
You
a technological
said
age.
earlier about chivalry. How are you going to learn chivalry if all you have to do is swipe right? That's your chivalry now, swiping right?
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's the way that things are getting done right now. Life's
Jeff,
getting busy. They're all online. MAGA.
Tinder, online stuff. Oh, you're not.
I'm newly single as of 4 hours ago, I think.
Wait a minute, that wasn't part of the conversation.
Boy, did it really piss you off I was late today.
No, wasn't you, man. It's me. I'm actually, I'm anxious to try it. You know, it's probably just going to be an empty cesspool, but hey, I want to put myself out there.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got, you know, a lot to offer.
Exactly. That's why it's MAGA.
All right, a couple more. Maga or Malaka, 10-year-old profile pics. So you got a great picture of yourself from 10 years ago. I mean, we're talking.
I'll answer that one.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
I agree too. But it's so hard not to put up that picture. You know, I'm not the most photogenic guy in the world, so I respect my 10-year-old pictures. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Show
what
them
about-
what you used to look like, but don't advertise that's what you're looking like now.
I love this one. I don't know who brought it up earlier. One of you two said it. Maga or Malaka, texting versus phone calls.
Oh, that was mine.
That
I've
was
gotten
yours.
into so many arguments with the text.
I agree. You
as well.
cannot get contact or context from a text message.
No way. No
Ooh,
way.
It's a tough sell.
I agree. All right, a couple more. Let's say, what about, like, for example, the emojis? Maga or Malaka? Like, instead of so you're into the texting thing,
Yeah.
but now the pictures have taken over.
Mitch, if you asked me 3 weeks ago, I'd say Malaka, but I'm getting into the emojis in everyday life. I got to go MAGA.
All right, two more. Two more. Not telling your significant other that you like to dress up in the opposite sex 20 years later after you've been married and you have 4 kids. Maga or Malaka move.
Ooh, that's a tough call because, at some point you got to commend the double agent life, but that's a Malaka move. You got to be honest and upfront. Hey,
Jeff?
Doesn't work if you're not honest.
I almost feel like crying right now. I don't know.
And I gotta say, for me, it doesn't work either way.
Last one, and we're out of here. Here's the big one. Are you ready?
Should I put my pants back on?
The guy that came up with the saying, "Happy wife, happy life."
Oh, shoot
Maga
him!
or Malaka?
Shoot him!
you know what? In this tender age of equality, I think it shouldn't be so one-sided. Malaka.
Malaka it is. There it is. Get ready for Friday. I don't know if these girls know what
You
they've
girls
got.
better watch out because
Yeah.
we're coming in. It's like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan joining to make the Mega Powers. It's going to be
Exactly.
electrified. It's going to be
huge.
tantalizing. It's going to be an amazing show. We're going to post it so you can listen to it as well, but you'll see him. It's the Rawcast. But talking about the Rawcast, let's talk about this podcast. You can follow us, reallockerroomtalk.com, at Mitch and Dimitri. It's a beautiful thing. Alberta Recording Studio, Alchemy Studios. Get a hold of Jeff. You got the number. We post it all the time in there. Thank you to macromindmedia.com. Thank you to agapegreekradio.com. Thanks to the whole roster. We love your input week in, week out. You guys are all fantastic. And of course, to the new joiners that have been so active, especially during this World Cup. Guys, we've had a fun episode. Mitch, this was great.
This
love
was
the year
fun.
in review idea.
I love it. Let's great. Jeff, thank you very much. We will see you
pleasure.
guys next week.
Time to hit the showers.
Yeah.
You didn't even tell me I've been sitting here the whole time. I didn't realize